I don't know if you guys can hear, but we are in a severe rainstorm right now. Um, so we're going to try to do the best we can for audio with that. But here we have Curlee. Curlee is now successfully graduated off of his 30 days worth of groundwork. He's one that is just taking everything I've showed him in stride. So we're just going to kind of check all of his buttons real fast. And then we're going to put Curlee's first ride on him today. So with that, I just hold my saddle pad, and bridle out here. We're just going to kind of see where he's thinking with me. Perfect. And so if you notice, he looked in when he did that. And when he looked in, I rewarded it right away because he wanted to come to me. See right here, this is what I love about him. He wants to stay with me. He wants to come down. He's really, really relaxed. Now I'm going to try to push him across me. There. So when I did that, if you noticed, his shoulder actually just took a step out. It was super soft, willing. Curlee has done everything with flying colors. And for him to be acting this relaxed in a rainstorm, I'm pleased, super, super pleased with it. Gonna bring to the other side. He gets a little stuck. There. Oh, there. And I just want him to walk off. So what we're doing, he wants to be a little sticky on this side. We're going to wake him up. Just want him to softly move off. I'm going to bring him across. There. So there's a little more tension in his body that time, but he thought about it. He come through. Here I'm just seeing where his brain's at with me. I want him thinking with me a little bit more than he's thinking away. There. There, good boy. So as he keeps walking off, here, here, here. Now I'm going to bring him to me. Good boy. So see, and he thought about leaving right there. He was waiting for me to send him again. But this is how much I have his brain with me, is he sat, waited, and read my body language. And he looked, he thought about leaving, and then he come to with me, and he come right to me. So I'm just going to take it as a super good win right there. And we're going to come to, and we're going to get ready to saddle it. So another big thing, just kind of going to touch him all over real fast. Going to just love all over him. Notice again, I'm not restricting him from leaving me in any way at all. He could completely just walk off, and I couldn't stop him until I caught the lead rope. But I've got him comfortable with me. He wants to stay here. Good boy. Good boy. He's going to check that out for a second. We're going to let him think about it. He wants to walk off. See, I can just grab this. We can correct it. And this is good that he's done this, that I added a rainstorm into the mix. Make him a little more worried because he's been pretty perfect for us. So you guys haven't got to see him make a mistake like that and how I would correct it. No, did I beat him? No, did I spank his butt? I just picked him up, walked him back off, and restarted. So here he's going to be curious. Let him think about it, and I'll take it away. See, and now he's going to come to it. I'm going to take it away again. Good boy. I'll come right up to him. Mind you, this is his probably 7 to 10th time being saddled. I ground drove him a lot with being saddled, without being saddled. And he's just taking it all with ease. This will be his first ride that we do it all. And he's, in my opinion, more than prepared for it. He's taken everything I've asked him really, really well this far. So instead of letting him get bored, I am going to just keep his mind intrigued with me. Again, right here, notice, I'm not restricting him in any way. I'm not hindering him from leaving and moving, but I'm here to get a job done. So I saddled him fairly quick. I'm going to pull him pretty tight. Good boy. Good boy. And pick up the intensity. There. I'm going to get in front of him. No. There. Going to get in front of him. Oh boy. Good. So notice he just kind of blew out some air. He's just releasing a little bit of tension that he's got. Oh. There. And I'm not lunging him to air him out. It's actually more work for me, I think. But I'm just trying to get him thinking with me again. I added a new source of pressure. Good boy. Look at that. Right there. So that just shows me that I got his mind with me. And then I can just leave him. And again, just confidently be able to be around him. He just went from trotting out to being kind of around. He wants to leave. So yeah, I grab that. Kind of get him working for a second. Just get his brain back. There. And so now I'm just going to bridle him. Get him to kind of think with me and stay with me. Sorry, I don't know if you guys can see this, so I'll make it so you guys can see it, but I'm going to bridle him, and since it's raining so bad, normally I would do first rides like this in the round pen just to keep their mind and I can control them a little bit more, help them through more sticky situations. I don't get the opportunity to do that today, so we're going to start him in the indoor arena. So, see, and if you notice, I don't remember if you guys could go back to the first time I ever bridled him, or if I even got it on video, actually. But it wasn't the easiest thing. He's a big horse, but now that I got him willingly putting his head down, keeping his head there so I can do what I need to do, and then I can kind of get in and out of there. I'm going to walk this halter over here for a second. Just kind of set that there and bring him back over here. And so Curlee, I have jumped on my belly and laid across the saddle, but I have never actually put a foot in the stirrup and got on and off at all. So we're going to kind of see where his brain's at on how many times I have to do that, how many times I do not, when's a good place to quit, where I need to work on certain things more. We're just going to kind of play with that. We're just going to go to jumping right on. Now my goal is not to have to tip his head in, but my goal is to just be able to get on him stay relaxed and want to stay here. If he does want to walk off, I can tip his head in just so he can see me a little bit more out of this eye. So we're going to come up. My feet are covered in mud. Okay, so I got my boots cleared off. I'm just going to sit here. Let him see me out of this eye. There, see, I can get him to see me out of this eye. That's honestly really, really good that he was okay with that. He stood there. He didn't even want to move. I actually turned his nose a little bit and got him to take a step with me. And then we'll just go right back to it. So this time I'll probably get all the way on, would be my guess. We'll see what it checks out like. So the biggest thing while I'm up here, just keep moving. If you sole up, he's gonna sole up. I just want him to know, hey, this is all the same places that I touched you before. You just got 200 more pounds on your back. So now I did a lot of drawing to my hand. So I'm gonna pick this hand up right there. So it all goes back to reward the thought and I'll get the action. And so when I picked that hand up and he thought it, it was perfect. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to pick my hand up. I don't know if you guys can see this. There. And now he's looking over here. Good boy. So now he's fully seen me out of both eyes. Then do the best I can and there. Just wanted to step. I'm just going to try to get him a little bit almost off balance, if that makes sense. There, good boy. And look, we're going to be off to the races in no time. I'm going to bump with the foot, bump with the foot. And some of you guys are like, why do you got spurs on? Why do you got spurs on? Not being mean with them. I'm just kind of bumping that foot, bumping that foot. I'll roll that spur a tick if I need to. There. And I just want him to be confident and willing. Where I'm at with him on a first ride is I'm going to go with him 90% of the time. And he's going to come with me 10%. So a lot of right here is just staying relaxed, staying confident, just allowing him to just carry himself. So I can just kind of turn him. And a lot of this just comes from me driving him. He's got a little bit more of power steering than what most colts would on their first ride, but I drove this horse all out in my pasture. I drove this horse all out in my arena, indoor, outdoor. There. I drove him around my house, down our little gravel road here at our place. He's been all over outside, and I just walked behind him. So right now, he's just curious. He's putting his head down. He's relaxed. I'm just kind of showing him, hey, this is where I want to go. We're going to just kind of tip him in there. And a lot of what I'm doing right now is just instilling, come to my hand. When his inside hind foot will move, that means he's committed to going that direction. So I'm not asking him for a lot here. I'm just keeping my hand as light of pressure as I can, just getting him kind of turning. When he goes that direction, perfect. Then we can kind of come back. Perfect. Then this will be the first time I ask him to stop. Whoa. Good boy. So you notice I didn't have to pull on him. I just picked up with my fingers. He is right there. Letting him kind of sit there and think about that. Now we're going to go for a backup. And it's going to be back up. There. Woo, there's some lightning. So see, I'm really putting him to the test right now. There. So notice I kind of kept with it, bumping my feet, smooching to him. But the second that he created forward motion, I just let him go. Just let him keep going. He kind of wants to keep searching down with his nose, which is okay with me. I'm not afraid that he's going to buck me off. I'm not afraid that he's going to do anything to hurt me. He's just kind of showing me that he's relaxed. He wants to kind of pull there. I'm just going to bump my hand back. And normally on a first ride colt, you don't do that. But because he's had a bit in his mouth for so long and I've driven him for so long, he knows how to give his face and go that direction. He knows how to give his face and go that direction. See, he wants to be a little stiff there. I'm just going to bump him a tick. There. There. So now we're going to kind of see how he wants to move out. I'm a big fan of getting these colts to trot and travel and get out and moving out. So we're just going to go with him, like I said. Just stay confident. I'm just going to travel. We're going to get him to come in. Just pick him up. Stay with him until he commits. There. And we're just going to travel. He's getting a little squirrely. He says, holy boy golly, I don't know what I think of that. I'm just going to direct his attention a different way so he can think. There. Let's go, buddy. And a lot of this is treat them as if they're a broke horse and they're going to be more confident for you. My hand's just on the saddle horn. We're just kind of out and about. I'm going to try to stay away from my camera lady, which is my wife, in case you guys didn't know. She does a phenomenal job with this. So we got a really good traveling out trot. I'm going to let him think about this for a second. I'm going to bring him to a stopwatch. Whoa. Again, I picked up the bit. I created the thought in his head, and he gave me the action. And it's just a big part of what I like to do with these guys. Just build confidence in them. So that way when I ask them to do something, they're confident in it. And then once I let him kind of release some here and let him know he did a good job. Again, I'm a big fan of getting him to move out. So we're going to lope around a little bit. No rhyme or reason or where we're going or what we're doing. We're just going to kind of travel out and see what we can get done. Good boy. See, we've already gotten so good with our moving out. I bump him once, maybe twice with my foot on his first ride. He says, well, okay, let's go. So here, I know he's going to be more fond of loping back towards the camera there because that's our gate to our arena. It's where we come in and out of a lot. I do have another gate over there. I don't use it as frequently because, for him at least, because his stall's at the other end of the arena. So we're going to kind of pick this up and just keep bumping my legs until he travels out. Perfect. Now here, same thing. Loose rein. I'm just going to try to direct his attention. He wants there. Just stay with him. He doesn't want to go. We're just going to keep going. There we go. Just kind of keep up in energy. I'm going to try to stay away from my camera lady again. And then we're just going to go. There, that was a couple really good strides. He's not quite free in the lope. He's not wanting to kind of stay in there. So I'm going to try to get him just to want to lope around a little bit better. He's still kind of, oh, I don't know. Oh boy. Sorry, camera. Tina, out. Maybe we'll chase the dog for a second. Maybe we won't. Just kind of getting him going. Just to where he's a tick more confident. So again, he wants to be over there. So I'm going to reward him for being down here. But I'm not going to punish him for being down there. I'm just going to end on it down here. So we're going to come down. And whoa. I'm going to fix my rope since I pulled my tail through. Again, just let him soak. Just let him want to be here. Just be confident. He's starting to get a little sweaty, but he's given me nothing but his heart so far. He wants to be good. So we're going to walk around a little bit. But a lot of you guys might be questioning, well, why did you make him lope? Because he probably wouldn't have did a little crow hop with me if I didn't. Well, my thoughts with it are, if I can get all this out in the first ride, I don't expect it to come back ever. He's going to know how to carry himself with me in a saddle in all 3 gaits. This is all new to him right now. So I want him to take it all in at once and think and process about it. So that way we have an idea of what he can expect for tomorrow. He's going to go back to a stall tonight. He's going to think about it. He's going to say, well, was that really necessary? Might say yes. He might say no. My job is to convince him to say, no, it wasn't necessary. And this just goes back to my desensitizing. He's not going to be a rope horse, but maybe I'm up at Nicole's house one spring and my good old buddy Brian Rouse is having a branding, and I'm like, oh shoot, I ain't got a horse, but I want to go brand with you, Brian. I can call Nicole and say, hey Nicole, could I borrow Curlee just for the day and go branding on him? And she'd be like, well, I've never done it. Well, on his first ride, I'd swing a rope on him. I have confidence I can go to Brandon and do whatever I want. Now I've swung a rope around this horse, but never have I done it on his back. I haven't done anything sitting up here in the saddle. He's not used to it, being able to swing this fluently above his ears, things like that. And so it's just, and all I'm doing is just taking advantage of him resting. He's just over here and he's like, oh, that was a lot of work. He's probably calling me fat right about now. That's okay. He's probably the only one that can. But he just wants to take a breath, and so I'm going to let him take that breath and just show him a little bit of desensitizing. Just get him kind of used to it. See if I can do some twirly shots. Perfect. I even hit him right there in the flank, and he didn't move a muscle. So that just shows me that I prepared him correctly. I appreciate Nicole trusting me with him. He's a really, really good colt. So I didn't ask him to stop there, so I want him to keep moving until I pick my hands up. And I asked him to stop, and I'll just go back to what I was doing. He didn't really seem to like me slapping my rope. I'm gonna did it on the right side, so we'll throw it off on the left, and just want him to get used to it and be around it. And I can take credit for a lot of this. I really can. But if you send me a good colt, you'll get a really good job done on him. If you send me a bad colt, you'll get a really good job done on him, but I can take a mind like his so much further than I can take one that's, say, scatterbrained is what I would say. I'm going to do the same exact thing, but how fast they comprehend it isn't really on me. I know when to give the release and let them think and soak it in and spend the time with them, but this colt just took everything. I mean, I bet you there's only 2 things that I ever showed him twice and had to really show and teach him. Other than that, he just took it all and just did it all on his own. He just like, okay, I trust you. Built that bond. So we're going to see if I can get a step. I'm going to bump that outside foot. Good. That was his first lateral step with my hand and my foot. And I'm just going to bump that foot again. Oh, he's thinking. Notice I'm not pulling with my hand. Just bump, 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 bump. That's your hip. I'm expecting a little bit, a lot right now. He wants to go. I'm just going to stay with until he follows through. I did it on the left side, so we're going to do it to the right. There. When he wants to just step with my hand and my foot. Good. I'll just give him that. For whatever reason, going to the right, he wants to just continue to walk out. Going to the left, not so much. But now we're going to back up. Good. Wasn't a big step, but it was a little one. Just going to pick my hands up, bump my feet, bump my feet, bump my feet. There. Another little one. And see if I can get him to come to my hand. There. A lot better. There. Gonna get a little greedy here. 2. Perfect. And I'm just gonna hang out with him. Say, you're a good one. Just kind of continue to love on him. He's kind of tired. He's done a lot. He's taken a lot in. The one thing I didn't do with him, just because he really didn't give me no trouble, was get on the right side. I don't have very good knees to do it, but I'm going to get off on that side and then just kind of let him think. When he just kind of relaxes, I'm just going to step down and just let him think about it. I want him to process the whole thing on what just happened. Let him know we did a very good job. Oh boy. Let him know that I wasn't up there to harm him like a predator would be in the wild. I was up there to help him. He's going to be a respectful citizen of society. He's going to want to go to work for somebody. And while he's just soaking things up, we're just going to play with his feet. And say, come here. Boy. I'm going to touch the hind foot and pick it up. And I don't know if many of you follow our colt starting competition online that we do annually, but I try to hit all these main points every ride that I'm on because, I don't know, I guess we're expecting them to, so I can't expect somebody to do that if I don't. So I just want to make sure I got all 4 feet. He's going to have big old dinner plates on him. I bet you he's in a size 2 right now. Might finish out at the 3. We're going to kind of check and see how soft he is, if he wants to come to me. Again, I just picked my hand up. There. I'd give him that maybe full second to think about it. And then he come to. I'll go to the other side. I'm going to come over here again. Pick my hand up. Gave him that second. And he thought about it. There. And then he committed. This side, he just took a half a second longer. Watch, I bet you if I walk off, he stays with me. This just means I got his mind. He just enjoys my presence. He enjoys me being here. But notice I can walk off and him follow me, and I can walk off and have him stay. It's like we can talk without talking. Like he just knows when I want him to stay. He knows when I want him to go. Good boy. And I didn't have to get back on him, but I felt like I got on him and was kind of expecting a little bit out of him. And I just want him to know that's not going to be the case every time. And we can just sit here and take a breath and enjoy it. He's honestly such a good colt. He's done nothing wrong in my eyes, and I think he's got a really bright future. And kind of touching some spots. And again, it all goes into, I think, me instilling in the beginning, not restraining these horses' heads, giving him the confidence to want to stay there, and be with us. We got him to lope around. We got him to trot around really freely. And we got him to walk around pretty much any direction we wanted. He's got to stop. He's got to back up. And my left and right is really good for his first ride. So we're just going to kind of let him soak this up. And I'm going to pull my saddle and let him just go run, think about it. If he wants to stand here, he can. I don't get the opportunity to be able to turn him out to go roll outside like I normally would be with some colts, or leave him in the round pen to continue to just think about what we were doing. So I'm just going to let him stay in here. I'm going to let him soak it all up, take it all in, and just let him, I don't know, relax. Tell him good job. Take the bridle off. And he did exceptionally well with the rain and the lightning and the thunder. I'm just going to let him kind of soak it up, go do what he wants to do. If he wants to go roll, he can, but I'm just going to give him 5-10 minutes and then clean him up, probably give him a little bit of a bath, and let him go back to eat some dinner. Come on, buddy. But I just want to thank you all for subscribing and watching to our channel. If you would like a colt started, reach out to our Real Deal Horses Facebook page, or you can call me at 406-570-4936. My name is Trevor, if you don't know that already. We can talk about getting you in some openings. I don't take a ton of outside horses at once because I want them all to get the quality time that he's got, and so we can give them the best start possible. Thank you, guys.